All right, what is up, guys? It is Uncle Bob, and let's turn that light off to get that glossy looking light off my forehead. What is up, guys? It is Uncle Bob, and thanks for hanging out with me. We are back for another night of One Piece adventures. We are here with Companion Piece because, as the title says, you're watching it with me. And if you're not going to watch One Piece with me, then there's honestly not much point to this video. Go watch any of the games that I play, because at very least, that'll be something going on screen. So either watch it with me or beat it. Get out of here. I don't need you. But no, I would love you to watch it with me because, this is a really long anime. And sometimes you just need a buddy and a pal to watch through it with. So we are here today for episode... What is today? 306? 306, right? Let me take a look-see here. Yeah, we're here for 306. Last time we got that, I wouldn't call it Lucci backstory. It would be more like Lucci lore. Because it wasn't like explaining his background. It just showed him as a 13-year-old child going after let me put the headphones in here. I don't want to get flagged for nothing. There we go. But some pirates had taken over a kingdom and were holding like 500 soldiers as ransom. And the world government decided to send seemingly a child super soldier into the situation. And basically were like, yeah, what leverage? And Lucci killed, what did they say, 500 guards? The 500 hostages? Yeah, they just sent him in there, had him kill the hostages, because then what leverage do those pirates have? They have none. And very clearly, he can kill 500 armed guards, so whatever these random no-name pirates are going to have, Lucci will just take them out. So they didn't really explain it, but if he's 13 years old doing that, they're doing some Black Widow nonsense over there. Because that's what you got on your hands, is you have a child super soldier. So, yeah, that is very, very scary. So that explains why... Luffy is having such a hard time with him. Because, it's... Because and I've made it no secret that I know not as much about recent One Piece as far as the manga goes, or like what friends have told me. At least ever since I started watching it, I kind of didn't hear as much about it because I kind of have steered away, because for the near 20 years that I knew about One Piece before I actually started watching it, my friends would tell me the goings on every once in a while. I would see clips pop up on social media about like the endings of the big major fights. So, over the last 17, 18 years, I had kept an ear out, an eye out, and I knew that the story was a story that I would enjoy once I got started. But I know who Garp is. And I know what kind of, I've seen the galaxy impact. I know what that's like. So, it's one of those things where, Lucci from a very young age seems to have been a problem. And I feel like Luffy's the same, except, it wasn't, I guess Garp is a part of the military, but it wasn't like a government, child indoctrinating program or whatever in the world the government's doing with these kids, with these child soldiers. But it's just one of those things where, I can see why that makes Lucci a problem. And, Luffy kind of had also, like, when you are raised, when your grandfather, who is one of the, top 10 in the verse, is the one who's training you as, a child, you are going to just... It explains why Luffy wins fights that he kind of feels like he shouldn't. Like, he'll have moments where he's able to punch above his weight in a way that really shouldn't be possible. Like, he's just not old enough, he's just not strong enough, but he has these, small burst moments where he can just get that edge that he needs. And obviously now as we're getting farther along, that's kind of not feeling as much, but it still feels like all of these guys are still giving him a lot harder of a time than you're used to seeing your MC in an anime go through from arc to arc. So it's like it explains why he's able to punch above his weight, because he was raised by a monster. And I can't wait to see all of the intricate details of Garp's younger years, because I've been hearing that they've started showing something like that. And I'm not going to look at it now. I'm not going to look at the images, because after 3 years, we are done with that phase of our lives. But it just, I like how these two people have been made monsters since they were kids. Obvious difference is Luffy is still a child. So yeah, let's just get started. Let's just get started. Let me get us to. We have the toy animation, Funimation. Ooh, all right. We're like 4 frames into the intro, but whoa, fuck! Smacked it out of my own hand. Nonsense. All right, 3, 2, 1, start. When I pushed start, it was like on the first darling. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. Ya da da dum. Ba 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 ba. Take myself a couple drags. We'll be set. Oh. Man, we're just ticking away week by week. We only have 3 weeks left until we hit the end of year 3 of One Piece. I am quite excited. Launch it, Adam. Brah. Even in the intro, seeing the Gatling makes me happy. All right. Got my reload set for the commercial break. Let's get it started, guys. Nothing will ever beat Usopp in the back of that little scene when all the crew is standing by each other. Oh, well, fame power. Let's put on both headphones. The Great Pirate Era. Well, a Great Pirate Era, whatever. These guys are going to get hit with the water. Get hit with that hydro pump. I like how Usopp's trying to complain with a slightly lower voice. do something about the water. Oh yeah, and then Luffy was coming out here destroying the entire battleship. This is like a proper warship, though. This one's huge. But even with its massive size... Damn. Yeah, man, Gear 3 is over here smashing warships. Come on, if you were Goku, this is where you'd bite back. The fact that it adds a weird bong balloon noise in there is hilarious. Unfortunately, against someone like Luffy is not fast enough right now to where... I don't think Gear 3 is going to be a game ender outside right now. All guns aimed at the boy. A mystical mermaid appears as consciousness fades away. Damn. And now he's stuck being small for a couple minutes. I like how the hat shrinks too. Goofy as hell. I can't tell if he's serious or fooling around. How good is Luffy going to be at playing hide and go peek? The Giants are like, we making it. Yokozuna. This is justice, where we carpet bomb everything, even taking out our own men. Ooh. Damn. Just one good rock to the jaw. Dang it. Alright. I was trying to mess with something. Elephant chop. What a fuck. Nope, Frankie still ain't. Frank ain't giving up like that.